also visible to everyone? Yes, thank you. Okay, so let's get started. Our participants are close to 100 right now, and I think some more may join as we move forward. I welcome you all to this predictive analytics course. I think there are 2 or 3 batches of people who are there as a part of this course, right? MBA, PGDBA. So, welcome you all once again on this auspicious occasion of a festival which has a lot of importance. And I'm fortunate to be the opening batsman for this semester, my first class starting with the predictive analytics. All right, yeah. So I will get started without wasting too much of a time. And today my intention is to give you a complete picture of what we are going to cover as a part of this course, along with trying to understand from you your expectation, because the first class, the moment you set the expectations right, the next 15 classes will be more fruitful to you as well as to me. You are planning, you are probably taking your morning on a weekend and trying to attend this course. So it should always be value added to both you as well as to me. So from that perspective, I would take you through what I'm going to cover over the next 15-16 sessions in this course. And towards the end, or once I complete it, probably I'll spend around 45 minutes or so explaining you what all I'm going to cover. And after that, I will take your feedback in terms of what you are expecting, pluses and minuses as a part of what I have presented. So that if possible, I'll make the necessary modifications as well, because every time the syllabus, there would be some fixation in the syllabus, but there would be some level of alteration that can be done in line with the composition of the batch. So with that, let me get started. So initially, I would be talking about a brief introduction of myself, then a major focus on the objectives of this course, the textbook and the reference books that you are going to refer to, the major topics that we are going to cover, and the learning outcomes, and what would be the typical experiential learning component. So these are some of the areas, not necessary to be restricted to these, but again, we have to set some kind of a direction. That's where these are the things. So my name is Vamsidhar Ambatipudi. My first name is Vamsidhar. Qualification wise, formal qualifications wise, I have done my BTech in computer science from Andhra University College of Engineering, Visakhapatnam, way back in 1999. And following that, I have completed my MBA from IIM Indore. This I passed out in 2001. And on the other side, my professional qualifications include, I am a qualified actuary from Institute of Actuaries of India. So actuary is a typical mathematical modeler in the areas of pricing of finance and insurance products. So there are close to 450 qualified actuaries in the country, and I'm fortunate to be one of them. Apart from that, I'm also a qualified chartered enterprise risk analyst from Serra Global, US. And in the finance area, I hold a couple of industry relevant certifications, which is a financial risk manager from GARP, and I'm also a professional risk manager from PRMIA Institute. Then coming to, and currently I'm pursuing my PhD in finance again from IIM Kashipur. I'm almost, I think within the next 1 to 1.5 years, I would be completing my PhD from IIM Kashipur. Then experience wise, I have 20 plus years of experience. The initial 7 years have been in the IT industry in the roles of business analyst and project manager, primarily towards the domain side. I worked in the capital markets and insurance domains with some of the startups as well as big organizations as well. But for the last 13 years, I have been into the education sector itself. Initial few years into the entrepreneurial in the education sector, where I had my own training venture for trainings in finance and business analytics. So I used to train a lot of people in the areas of finance and business analytics. And I have been associated with BITS Pilani for, I think, close to 4 years now in various capacities, both as a guest faculty as well as a full-time. She used to use slides from me. Majorly, I work primarily with, so the question them and trying or some in various ways are for any of the actuarial exams, machine learning right now. Harish Kumar, looks like you have raised your hand. I would say difficult thing, right? Because the batch size is very large, so I would suggest that you probably I can you of a field, and if that should I trouble you going to build, trying to put this, but in the for the most business programming batches are logged through Python. So you will be analytics related algorithms to all kinds of data cleaning and pre-processing, which are traditionally required for executing a predictive analytics problem. So first of all, understanding a predictive analytics problems, the different kinds of problems that cover here. Then we are also trying to do what exactly, how exactly I should look at the data so that I can apply the predictive analytics algorithms more comfortably on them. And finally, the ways of evaluating various algorithms. So this is what is our final objective, both in a technical as well as non-technical parlance. All right. So we will be referring to some of these books. If you can buy one of these textbooks, that should be good enough. Applied Predictive Analytics. You can either take this one or this one, because at the end of the day, all of them finally have to boil down. They contain some kind of concepts, and we will do the practicalization of those concepts. So even if you refer to my notes, that should be very much sufficient for you. Notes means the Python notebooks that I am going to share with you. If you are able to refer to that notes also, and if you are able to work practically by taking some other data sets, that should be a good start for you. All right. So along with that, wherever required, we would be mostly using the standard Python libraries for this purpose. So which means from a practitioner's perspective, if you understand that much of theory, unless you are thinking that you want to do some kind of research later in some of these topics where the understanding of a theory is very much required. Other than that, I would always I would always suggest, if you are more looking from a practitioner's perspective, this much I mean, the minimum theoretical understanding is sufficient, and you can focus more on the practical implementations and interpretations of the same. All right. Then, so the practical